Hello, Dan and Kira here. Today I'm going to share with you a meditation sequence that I put together with the intention of getting into some neck issues. So if you have some tightness in the neck, if you have some pain, some discomfort in the neck, this may be good for shoulder issues, upper back, upper chest. It will also get into some head stuff. So eye pain, face pain, jaw tightness, jaw pain can all sort of be impacted by this sequence. It is focused on the upper body. So we're going to walk through 3 different postures where we will explore our interoceptive experience, our physical sensation experience. We're going to start in a seated position. You can sit how you like. You can sit in a chair. You can sit in Burmese posture. I am sitting in half lotus right now with one ankle, my left ankle, on top of my right thigh. And so whatever works for you, will be in this first position for about 10 to 15 minutes. From here, we're going to move into arms up overhead in a Y. You can play around with this position. You may like your hands up higher, you may like them down a little bit lower. You can try moving them forward and back, wherever's comfortable. And then your fingers also can be together, they can be apart. Whatever feels comfortable, whatever feels right. And we're going to be in that position for about 5 minutes. And then from there, we're going to move into a position where we are looking up. So we're going to sort of tilt our head back and look up to the sky. I want you to stop at the point where you start to feel more sensation, whether that be intensity, discomfort, pain. If it feels challenging, that's the point when you should stop. Don't go back as far as you possibly can. And then if that's not accessible to you, if looking up is not accessible to you, if we're only going to be there for about a minute or so, but if that's not accessible to you, you can move to a couch. You can sometimes sit on the floor with your back against the couch and rest your head on the surface of the couch. And so you can still do this position. You can just do it in a supported way, in a way where you do not have to hold up your own head if it feels scary or dangerous or like it's too much for you today. So let me invite you to go ahead and find a seat. Begin to settle in to your chair and to your seat. Feel your body become heavy. Feel yourself start to sink into the earth. Feel yourself supported by the earth. And find your breath. Maybe on each exhale you feel yourself grow a little bit more heavy, sink into the earth a little bit more, allow gravity to pull you down. And maybe on an inhale you can feel yourself rising up, pushing back against the earth, using the earth's resistance to help you rise up and find space. Find space in your abdomen and your chest, in your shoulders and your neck. Space for your breath to move in and out. And as we arrive here today, let's bring attention to what our purpose is here. So maybe it's to address some physical discomfort. And if that's the case, remind yourself that any physical discomfort you feel is temporary. It will change. We can move through it. Maybe your intention is to be in the present moment, to improve your mindfulness, your awareness. Maybe it's to quiet your mind. And if you have thoughts that are racing, check in with them, see what they're about, and then see if you can change your focus, bring your focus back to your body. Let's bring our awareness to our head, to our face, the very top of our head, our crown, where we connect to the sky. And let's drop our awareness down to our scalp and our brow, our third eye, and our eyes. And let's see if we can find some ease here, find some tension that may be let go of. And then search for sensation. What do you feel in this part of your body right now? And let's move to the ears and the nose and the cheeks and the mouth. Check in with the lips and the teeth, the gums and the jaw. And where does the tongue rest? Is it floating? Is it sitting heavy in the bottom of your mouth? Maybe try placing it lightly up against the roof of your mouth, up against your hard palate, and following that tongue down, pressing up lightly that whole length of the tongue, from its tip to its base, which resides in your throat. Can you feel the length of your tongue? Can you find some tension to let go of in your mouth? And now let's check in with our necks. The front of our neck, our throat, the sides of our neck and the back of our neck. And what do we notice? Can we feel restriction in here? Can we feel our head as it's connected to our bodies through our neck? Is there a free flow of energy through our neck, up and down? And where does our neck connect to our chest? So let's bring our awareness to our collarbone to the tops of our shoulders, to the top of our back. Become aware here of some movement of your heart, the movement of your body as each breath enters and leaves you. Can you find a bit more ease? Are you working to be here? Are you working to breathe? And we'll bring our awareness down into our chest, into our upper back, to the sides of our rib cage, and inside of our rib cage, to our lungs and our heart, the spaces between each rib. And what do you notice? And at the bottom of your ribcage, maybe you can become aware of your diaphragm, that muscle which separates your abdomen from your chest, that muscle which drives your breath as it moves in and out. Begin to check in with your belly, with your abdomen. Can you find contraction here? Are you holding on tightly to your belly to lift yourself up, to maintain your position? From the abdomen, we'll check in with the low back, the top of the pelvis, the pelvis, down to our sit bones. Our sit bones are where we are rising up out of. You may think of this as being where the support of our neck begins. And then let's check in with our limbs. So let's follow down, move down into our legs. We may do one leg at a time or both simultaneously. Starting at the hip, at the groin, at the inner thigh, at the buttocks, and moving down the thigh, to the knee, to the shin, and the foot. And then you may check the other leg. then let's check in with our shoulders, our arms, beginning at one shoulder where it connects to the chest, the collarbone, the front of the chest, the shoulder blade, the back of the chest, the armpit, the sides of the chest, and down the arm to the elbow, to the forearm, to the hand. And if you're doing your arms separately, you may check in with the other arm. And then maybe ask yourself, might I find more ease in my shoulders by slightly moving my hands? And we will rest here in this moment. Taking in the sensations we can take in. Feeling supported by the earth. Feeling connected to the sky. Now, if you're ready, let me invite you to raise your arms up. So I'm going to do this very slowly to try and be as mindful, as aware of this as I can be as my arms are moving up. Can I feel this in my shoulders? Can I feel this take place in my shoulders, this movement? Maybe I start to feel my abdomen stretch. This is going to be challenging. This is meant to be challenging. Let's see what you notice. Can you feel the energy in your arms holding you up? How does this position affect your shoulders, the sensations in your shoulders? How does it affect your neck? Maybe the front of your neck. Maybe stretching across the front of your chest. How do the arms differ? Is one arm harder to hold up than the other? Is there discomfort present in one that's not present in the other? And can you find ease all the way down to where you connect to the earth? So maybe check in with those points that are connected. Your feet, your legs, your seat. feel supported and find ease. And then rising up through the abdomen and the chest. And check in with what's happening in your face. Is your jaw tightening up? Is your tongue wandering around? Is your brow furrowed? May you find complete relaxation in your facial muscles. They do not need to assist with this position in any way. You may start to fatigue here. You will start to fatigue here. By bringing the muscles to their point of fatigue, other muscles must kick in to help support you, to hold you up. By doing this, we may restore balance to the body. If there is a muscular imbalance, the only way to maintain this position will be to correct that imbalance. And that is something that your body can do better than your mind. Before we let our arms down, you may wish to move them. You may try and rotate them. See how that changes things. You may move them up, you may move them down. You move them back and around. And then you may slowly let them rest back on your legs. Feel the blood returning to your fingertips. Now let's look up. So you can crane your head back. The moment when you start to feel sensation is the point where I want you to stop. Again, if this is challenging, you may try and find a place to do this where you may be supported. Jaw open, jaw closed. How does that change your experience? And to rise, you may wish to bring your hands behind your head to the base of your neck. And in this way, they may help support you as you find your head back supported on your shoulders. And then let's check in one more time with our bodies. You may notice some sensation in your shoulders, in the front of your neck. How are things different now than they were before? What were you made aware of through this meditation that you weren't aware of before? Can you do anything with that information? Let's give thanks to these bodies for doing what we ask of them, for supporting us in this experience, in this life, for doing what they know how best to do. May you go in peace, may you go in happiness. It's been my pleasure to lead this meditation with you today. Let me know what you thought of it. If you discovered anything you want to explore further, or you want my help in exploring further, or if you have questions about how you may do this in a way that is more supportive of your body and what you're experiencing, I am here. I'll talk to you all soon.